Hello guys, today we are going to be having a long one. It's going to be a project that we need to look at today. So imagine that you are managing a very sensitive project where collaboration is essential, but strict control over content is crucial. For example, in a legal or in an audit team, you may want we may want your team members to be able to access important documents such as contract or financial report, but you still want to prevent them from uploading their own files to avoid unintentional data corruption, duplication, or maybe unauthorized modifications. By restricting document upload while still allowing download, you ensure that everyone stays informed without risking the integrity of the shared content. So in Teams, this is not actually practically possible, for you cannot set this, but you can manage such restriction through SharePoint, as Teams channel files are actually saved there. So by adjusting the permissions on SharePoint, you can set member access to read and allowing them to view and download file without giving them the ability to upload files to the site or the channel. So we are just going to start the primary focus of this project, right? So first off, I have a team. So let's say that I want to create a team for this. Like I mentioned, this may be slightly long video, so I just want this to, let me just refresh this once more, and so that we can create the team, and we just want to call it document management. Okay, so if we call it document management, so we just want to, within that team channel, we may just create a private channel for the project that we want to look at. So if we come to Teams again and just click on that, we'll have the icon up here, so we can say that we want to create a team. So we just want to call this team document management. Okay, so if we call it document management, it's simple, it's going to be a private team, and then the first channel that is going to come, of course, the general channel, right? We have option to name it now, so I would just want us to call it general. So what's that? Okay, I can't name it general, funny. So or let's say gen, right? So let's just click on create, so that will create the very first channel and the very first team here in Teams. So what we want to do is for us to add members to this channel. So I'll just maybe search for that guy that I call Labrat and bring Labrat into this particular team, and is a member of this team now, right? So I just click on add, and therefore document management is here, and we only have general channel. So I just want us to go to cmd.ms, so that from here what we want to do is we want to go to the SharePoint admin center just to see that we have document management as a site appearing on SharePoint. So I'm just going to hit on SharePoint from there, and this is supposed to land me on the SharePoint site login page. So I'm just going to authenticate real quick. So I have my authentication as 30, so I'm just doing that right now. Okay, so I haven't done that, so it's just landing me to the SharePoint admin center. And what am I looking for? I am looking for the team that we just created in Teams, which should be replicating as a SharePoint site in SharePoint. So looking at this, this is just, I don't know why that is bouncing me to resigning, but no problem, I'm going to do that right away. I have my phone very close to me. Okay, so I think you should just respect yourself and land me into where I want to go to right now. Okay, so that should be here. Yeah, so if we check active site, then we should already be having the document management site here, right? So I want you to come up now. Good. So if we check, we should see document management already showing up here, right? So there is only general channel, so there is no channel site present here. So what I want us to do is we have that general channel where everyone in the team definitely going to be a member of, as a standard channel of the team, right? So what I want us to do is, for this particular project, so we want to add a new channel to it, and then we just want to call it so we just want to add a new channel to it, and we want to call it project SA, right? It's just okay. This is where we want to have our document, where we would want member of this team not to be able to upload, but they should be able to download their the files in there. So we just want to make it a private channel, and the next thing we do is we'll hit on create. So at this stage we can either decide to add member to it, or we can say skip for now, but I still want to add my lab rat guy to it. So if I add lab rat guy to it now, I can add this and then that will go, right? So that means if I come to my SharePoint site, the SharePoint admin center, and I refresh, I should already be seeing a site that is linked to the document management site here showing, right? So what I will do is I will hit on this, and if I do that, I'm just going to hit to open the site itself, right? So this is the site. Now what happens is that if I sign into that site again, I'm going to authenticate. So MFA is very important that you enforce this for security reasons, so I'm just going to follow that prompt, and I'm signing in right now, so it's supposed to take effect immediately. Yeah, so I'm just clicking on that so I can get into the SharePoint site that is corresponding to the project XSA of the document management, right? So what I will do when I come to this SharePoint site is that I am going to hit on documents. So if I hit on document, then it's going to show me the folder of that particular, showing me that channel as a folder, right? So what I will do is that, for example, if I come here now and I click on manage access, of course I'm going to see that I have this user having access to it, as well as the other user I added, but perhaps that's not coming up yet. But if I come to advanced permission settings, then if I look at this, I will see that it has permissions that it has inherited, basically from the SharePoint group, right? So what I would do now, the parent site, right? So what I would do is I would just stop inheriting permissions so that I can delete these permissions and deliberately grant permission to whom I want to grant permission, and what permissions I want to grant to those people or that person or that group. So I will just do this. So what I want to do is I want to delete all these permissions, so I will say remove user permission. So all of this is going to clear out now, and I'm going to have it, there are no item to show for this because there is no one having permission to this. So what I want to do is I want to grant permission to myself. I want to grant permission to myself now, and the permission I'm granting to myself is going to be so I'm picking up myself here, and the kind of permission I want to give to myself is I can give the edit permission, but let me just give the full control permission as the owner of the site, right? I will just save now. So let's say I am the one managing this project, therefore I have access to this. So if I refresh now, I will have access to this folder with this particular site or folder with the full control access. So but where I want us to look at next is that, so that means that even LabRat does not have permission to this site, and no one does have access to this, which is fine, right? So the next thing I want us to do is for us to create a group. We can create a security group. So that security group is where we want to grant access to people that are going to have limited access to this, that will be able to view the files, and they'll be able to download but will not be able to upload file to that channel. So let's just quickly come to group. Here we have active teams and groups. So we just want to create a security group where we are going to add a few members of the of the a few member of the firm that are part of that particular project. So I may just have to refresh this just so I can quickly get to where I want us to get to. So what I will do is I'm just going to hit on security groups, and then I'm going to add a security group now. So if I create a security group, I want to just say download, we'll just call it no upload, right? So I just want to please take note of this. Let's just call it GRP just so it can be a group. No upload GRP, right? So now what is there is we do next. So the name is no upload, right? So just do next, and then the next thing we do is to click on create. So now that we have created the security group, so what we will do is we'll come under security group, and then the name is no upload GRP. So what we'll do is we come to members, and what we'll do is to add members. So we may just want to add lab rats, sorry, I need to do this. No member added yet. I need to do lab rats. I'm wondering why that's not searching, but let me see. Let me just do a refresh just one more time. Maybe I'm not getting something right, but it's fine. So I'll just go to no upload again, and let's see. So I'm going to come to members, and I'm going to view members, and from here I'll see add member. Okay, good. So I'm going to add lab rats, and so to that group I may just want to also add another user, maybe this user. Alright, to just the group. So I will click on add. So the reason I'm adding is because so that this group can be managed, right? So I just want to put it there. So the name is no upload, right? So let's come back to the site that we created. I mean the site here, right? So what we'll do now is we are looking at project SA, and then we want to structure it in such a way that we have a group that cannot upload, right? So if we come and then we come here to share, now that remember that inside of the site permission there is nobody having access but me, who is the project manager. Take note of that. So now I'm coming here to say, okay, I want to bring up a group no upload, which is this group, right? So what happens now is that what access do I want to give to the no upload group? So if I come to settings, right, I'll have option to say, okay, I want them to be able to view. So what this means is that they will only be able to view, and if they are able to view, they'll be able to download but will not be able to upload. So if I want to also restrict them from being able to download, they can only view, then I can move them to can view but not download. But what I want us to do is I want these people to be able to download files, but they should not be able to upload files to that particular Teams channel. So I'm just going to hit on apply now. So if I click on send, and that just goes, right? So now what happens next is if I come to the permission settings here and I refresh this, then I will expect a change to have taken place. Now what is there? I have the no upload group having access, then the permission level given to them is read only. Now what will happen is that if I come here to Teams and I refresh here a bit, and I come to that Teams channel to see if I can upload a file, I will be able to see the option to upload a file or a folder to that particular Teams channel. Now let's look at it. Now the site is project SA, and I mean the team is document management, and the project is project SA. So if I come to files, then I will be able to see the option to upload a file. So right now coming up, I will see upload very soon. It's just loading here. So I have upload, and then I can bring up file. Right now I can go to my downloads. I have a file called document management, and I can have option to upload that document, and the document is just here. Okay, let's go to the LabRat sign in and see what LabRat is going to have. Now this is LabRat, who is a member of the no upload group. So I'm just going to refresh the lab rat browse and let's see what he's going to have at his own end. So let's just wait for this to refresh, and then we go to Teams here, and then because he's already been added to the document management and is in project SA, so he's in project SA now. And if you look at his own files, the parts of files in his own sign-in, let's see what he has when this loads up, and we compare what is present here for him. I think I saw this refresh failure. Let's just do it again and see what happens. If that is internet or something issue, then we should be able to trash that out right now. Okay, so let's go back to Teams channel, and then here we are in project SA, and we just click on this, and let's see this time what happens. Okay, so looking at this, actually there was a delay when I added the lab rat guy into the group, and then having the group to replicate was taking a long time. So what I did was I directly gave the can view access directly or to the lab rat guy before that issue that you saw was resolved. So I guess the no group upload GRP is going to take slightly longer time for it to replicate. So just in case, look at it here, it's still the same thing, right? So I'm just giving this guy like a direct permission while the group is still there. So just in case you see this, the replication to a group takes a longer time from what I have even experienced now. But so let's put this user directly with a read access so that we can move on with what we want to do. So coming to this, we see the lab rat guys here signed in. So if you see this document here, if it comes here now, he is not going to see the option to delete this, because the permission he has does not grant him that access. Now he has option to download, but if you come here to click on this, he does not have the option to upload. Now let me put this one by this side, and then let's also put this one by this side, and let's see what the difference are. Now this is the guy that is signed in here with a full access permission. Here he has the full access permission, right? But this guy has the view only permission or the read only permission. While you look at this one is going to not have the option to delete, but if you look at this other guy here, he's definitely going to have the option to delete this file, because he is the one, or he has an owner permission rule on this. And he also has option to upload files or folder to this, but this other guy does not have the permission to upload, and it does not have the option to delete. Now if we look at this, if we open this, because it has the view access, let's look at it. I'm just trying to click through, and let's see what happens when this guy clicks. Can you just click, man? So it's just doing its thing. So that is yeah, it has picked it up now, and it's opening on the browser. Now it has option to view this file even on the browser. So the reason I'm showing you this is because I want to go to another level where even the lab rats should not have access to download the files. So we are going to revoke the access that this guy has now, because this access has given him option to be able to, you know, open this file, then he can print it, he can decide to download it. He has option here, right? He can do all of this. Now what happens if again you only want this user to only be able to view the file contents in that channel, right? So what you do is you can come to the site, the permission level here. So what you do is, of course, remember that this permission level here, I had already added some few guys inside of it, and I was giving them the access to read to have the read access permission. So let me just refresh so that you can see that LabRat has a unique permission that was granted to him directly on that because of the delay that we had. Okay, this is where we had that open. So the next thing I want to do is I want to remove the access from all these users. I mean this guy here, I want to remove the access that he has now right? I want to remove it, and then I also want to remove the access that is going to have through the no upload GRP that was delaying to replicate. So I'm just going to remove permission. So if I remove this permission, what it means is that the user will not have any permission. It will not have the view permission. It will not have any permission even on the channel, right? So what we want to do next is we want to give this user permission on that channel. I want to make sure that the user is not able to, because if you look at the channel right now, because I've removed all the permission from him, he is not even going to see that file uploaded for him or whatever access he has. Let's see, okay, he even has it, but if we try to click, of course, you see it does not have. He said this item might not exist or no longer available. This item might have been deleted, expired, or you might not have permission to view it. Contact the owner of this item for more information. So this is just you removing the entire access from this lab rat guy, right? So now what we want to do is we want to give the guy access, but this time we want him to be able to view the file or the folder or the content of that folder without having the access to be able to even download the the folder, or the content of that particular channel, whether folder or file. So what we'll do is we'll just come here to grant permission. So permit me, this time we just want to quickly give it to the guy directly, the lab rat guy directly, but we could give it to a team, right? Or just by typing the name of the user or typing the name of the group. Of course that can come up, which is more productive for you. It's more realistic, where you just go add user to a particular group and allow it to replicate for that user to have permission. But on this call we want to see how all of these variations and changes affect the user's permission on Teams channel, right? So let's now say that we want to bring the lab rat guy again, and we are giving this lab rat guy an permission to this site. And this time what we want to give to the guy is he should not even be able to download the file. So at this time we just want him or these users of this level of access to just be able to see the content of the channel without having option to be able to download, without having the option to able to upload to this channel. So we're just saying that can't download access is what we are giving to this guy. So what this access means is restricted view. So we'll just send this, and if we come to the channel permission, or we come here to say advanced or manage access, and we come down to the advanced access, so we're going to see that the access that lab rat guy has at this point is restricted view, right? So if he has restricted view, of course, remember this guy is still an owner of the channel, the owner of the document library, and then he can still upload, he can still download, he can still delete, right? Now let's see what lab rat is going to have now. So if I refresh from the lab rat end, I should be able to see that document and I should be able to view it, but I should not be able to download that document. So now let's come here, let's hope that everything will have replicated already. So we are coming to the project SA now, and we are coming to files, so we should be able to see the document now. And then if we click on here, we should not be able to see the option to download anymore. So the option to download is gone, the option to delete is not there, for view only. And if we come to the option to upload, we still cannot upload file here, because at this stage the user has been given the restricted view option. So let's see what happened when this user opened this document, or this document on the browser, and let's see what happens. So it is saying that you do not have permission to download or print this document. So it means that if this guy had quickly gone to see that he's trying to do Ctrl P to download the document that is not allowed to to download, and he wants to be smart to go print it, he should not be able to print the document. So this is how it is. You see the permission is set off from the SharePoint end, and it is taking effect on the teams, on the private teams that we just the private channel of a team that we just created. So this will be a very nice scenario to manage documents where you do not want people to be able to upload. You just only want them to be able to download, or even if you want to again say restrict them from all the documents that you're going to be uploading to this sim channel, they should not be able to even download them. They should not be able to delete them, so you can have a whole lot of granular settings that you want to put into your document for integrity purpose. So thank you very much. It's a very long video, no doubt. So if you find this useful, you may want to give it a like by giving it a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed to this channel yet, maybe it is time for you to do that, because you being a subscriber is something very important to us. So thank you very much and have a great day. Happy. Peace out.